Hello, I am back. I want to say day 56, 57. Can't remember exactly when I made the last one. It is Monday, July 29th, so whatever that translates into. Um, why am I making this one today? I kind of all over the place. I know that someone's watching now. Hello. Hope you're watching this one. Sorry, reading messages coming in. We had some interesting, shocking news come in last night, which we cannot share yet. That just blows my mind. So just pray for our family. It's nothing dire. Nobody is dying or anything like that. But it's definitely going to change some things, at least on the surface. So that's kind of probably what prompted me to make this video, the be that person stuff. For me, there's so many reasons why I did this. The initial, wanting to kind of be the person that just does the things that are in her head and not find reasons not to. And one of those things, which I don't know that I've gone over yet or not, has been the fact that I am a very anxious person. I like control. I don't like being out of control. I don't handle change or stress. Well, I can. I don't know. It's weird. Like in the moment of a crisis, I am golden, right? But the thought of any crises that could come up tear me apart, if that makes sense. When I have something to focus on and fix, I'm good. When I don't really have anything to focus on and fix, and there's so many wide possibilities out there of things that could go wrong, I think of all of them and work myself up into a tizzy. So, sorry, didn't mean to drop you. One thing that I have been working on, and I have been trying to work on this now for longer than this challenge or journey or whatever you want to call it, is just trying to kind of go with the flow a little bit more, not be so wound tightly. Realize that while I like things a certain way, there are variations that can happen, and life will not crumble into little tiny pieces. We used to joke when my husband and I were first married. He would help with the laundry, and he would fold the towels, and then I would refold them because they had to be done a certain way. Well, guess who's now folded towels for the majority of the marriage? So when I like things done a certain way, I want to do them myself to make sure they get done that way and end up making more work for myself and more stress. And that's on me. So one of the things I've been trying to do is just realize that things don't have to be exactly the way that I need to get them done. And that when problems come up, they don't have to be catastrophic, even if they feel that way to begin with. And I don't know how much I buy into this, but Mercury in retrograde. You hear about it all the time. Like, oh, this is going bad because Mercury's in retrograde. And you look it up and it's supposed to be like a lot of electronic failures, or don't make plans with people and communication can be bad. Or, again, I don't know how much exactly I buy into it, but I do know that typically when they say Mercury is in retrograde, stuff breaks around here. And this has been no exception. We had struts for our car like go crazy, and that was like $1,200, and I should be freaking out because $1,200 is a lot. And like I said, it's been a stressful year and a half or 2 years, however long you want to word it. Money has not exactly been flowing, so I should be freaking out about that. But I have tried to adopt the philosophy with this, and me trying to be a calmer person, that me being all wound up about this is not going to make whatever the problem is go away. So I dealt with that pretty good. Then our lawnmower, our push lawnmower that probably originally cost $250 9 years ago. And our kids mostly mow the lawn now. We have maybe a little more than 3/4 of an acre. Some of it's hilly. It's not really the best. It's got a lot of, like, I don't want to say potholes, but, kind of like dips in the, or ruts in the yard. So it's not the easiest to mow, but 3 of our 4 kids mow it. They kind of split it up in different areas to do. And last week, I want to say, the handle for the lawnmower actually snapped below. Like, if like the U part of the handle kind of sits in to the part that starts up from the mower and then it locks or something, and you can adjust it up and down from there. Well, the part that comes up from the mower, not even the U-handle, snapped. So we've been using duct tape, but of course it's hot, so we'll just see how that goes. I don't know, maybe the duct tape will make the will make it it go well. So at some point we're going to need a new mower, which we have needed a new mower anyways. We've been working this one on the last, thread for a while. So then there was that. And then our van, the lovely van that I'm sitting in, which has this thing going on, which drives me bonkers. Again, it's paid off. So, that is the big plus with this. And it has a radiator leak. It has for a while. Probably, I think we got it, I want to say diagnosed. Feels like we're talking about a person. But we were told it had a radiator leak, not a huge one, coming up on 2 years ago. And we were planning on taking tax money and a couple other things a little over a year ago and putting that towards a new minivan and getting ready this one. But between the issues that came up plus unexpected, family stuff that we really felt we needed to be there for, we took any money and put it towards that and figured, okay, hopefully everything will be well by this point of the year, meaning now. And it is better. Some questions have been answered, but there's still a lot up in the air. Anyways, I really don't want this to be a complainy type video. I'm just trying to give you a backstory. So we knew there was a radiator leak. We don't drive this van, but, like small places, maybe occasionally like 30 miles one way. We always had radiator fluid in. We never had to actually replace it though, so that was good. So we knew if it was a leak, it was probably kind of up high because we could put in radiator fluid and, it would leak a little bit and then there would be anything. So we decided to take the kids out for ice cream. I don't know, Friday. This is Monday. And I was driving and I happened to look at our temperature gauge and it was like this far away from, well, I just think I looked cross-eyed there, this far away from hot. And I was like, whew. So we pulled into a parking lot, turned off the AC, turned it off, let it cool down. Thankfully, we weren't that far from, I think we're in AutoZone. And because, of course, I had taken boxes to the recycling place, so I'd taken a whole bunch of stuff out of the van, and when the stuff went back in the van, the radiator fluid did not. So, oops. Got radiator fluid, let it sit a little while longer, and poured more in, and it seems to be running better, but it is still running a little hotter than it was before all this. Like, it was bone dry when we, opened up the hood. Apparently, I guess we had just finally gone through it all, and then with running the AC, and it's being overly hot here. So, right now it's working. I'm not going anywhere unless I absolutely have to. We have 2 cars, but my husband uses that one for work, and he's currently 90 miles away. So I'm not really doing Jenny coffees again anyways, but I am kind of a little bit back to coffee. So I'm just making it at home now. But each one of these things, the mower, the car, the news we got last night, ideally we should be spending money to do some things to try. It'll make more sense when I do eventually share, but we can't. We can't. We have, we don't have it. And even, we'd have to have a lot more to be able to do what we want to do given the things we need to do before we do that. Sorry. Wow. I'm hearing myself. So it's not just you. I understand. People should get a medal if they actually understand all of this stuff. My main point is these things that have happened recently, the car repair, the lawnmower thing breaking, knowing we're going to need a new lawnmower here soon, or else we're going to start, hiding bodies and cars in the yard. This impending sense that our second vehicle, the one that I use now while my husband goes and does things for work, is definitely on some sort of countdown clock. So with us not going to a payment to having a payment in regards to everything else, it should be overwhelming. And it's not fun, but I'm taking it better. I'm taking it in stride. I think I have just been run through the ringer with everything that has gone on. And I just realized that I can't change everything. Things are going to happen. Not all of them are always going to be good. And you just have to roll with it. I will quote a Steve Winwood song and say, roll with it. Because what else am I going to do? Am I going to work myself up in a frenzy? I've done that before. I have literally, you know, over sometimes the smallest things, I can't get out of my own head, and I just keep going over it. And, it's like a stone that you constantly just roll around in your hand and you rub it over, that's what I've done with things in the past. And it doesn't get me anywhere except heartburn and angst and insomnia. And I don't see the point of it anymore. So maybe I am getting older. I don't know if I'm learning, but I'm getting older and I just don't have the energy to dedicate to catastrophizing or turning everything into a catastrophe. So that's good. And I am at 10 minutes and 57 something seconds in this video, and it is just everywhere. The other thing I wanted to go into that I know I need to work on, and I don't know how. So if anybody out there has any idea what to do, when someone has a problem and they're kind of talking to me about it, my first instinct has always been, let's find the fix to this problem. Sometimes there's not a fix. And that definitely trips me up, because if I can focus on a fix, then I can at least talk to you about something. But if there's no real fix, then I have to go into comfort mode, and I don't always know what to say. I know some people just want to talk and let me listen, but I always feel like I have to say something, just like, I'm so sorry, I wish I knew what to say. But because I'm not helping to fix the problem, I always feel fake. I don't know how else to word it. Like, I know in my heart that I feel for the people that reach out to me, that I want to comfort, put an ear to, just give a shoulder for them to lean on. But I don't always feel like I'm authentic with it. Not because, or that I'm taken authentically, I should say. I know I'm being authentic, but I just wonder if they feel I'm being authentic. And then that makes me wonder, well, then are you really being authentic? Because if you're wondering if they're thinking you're being authentic, this is what I do. So if anybody out there, if you ever meet me and you're trying to tell me something and I'm doing my awkward best to lend support, an ear, something like that, and you're wondering if my heart is in the right place, it is. I don't know always how to put my heart out there to you, because I'm always worried I'm going to overstep my boundaries. I feel like I'm either never doing enough, or maybe I'm just going way overboard and offering too much support for the situation, and I never really know how to gauge it. Ow, I just hit my hand. I don't know that I'll ever fix that. I'm in my 40s, and I don't know if I'll ever fix that. Just know that when I care about you and I want you to succeed, I'm going to try. It may not be beautiful. It may be weird, but I'm going to try, and I'm going to do my best to help you. I'm just everywhere now with this. And I say that because the thing that happened last night, I didn't feel like there was anything I could do. I had no wisdom to offer, because I had no experience in this realm. I have no control over the situation. There's nothing I can do. There's not much I can say. It's going to happen most likely regardless. If it doesn't have to happen, excuse me, I'm certainly not the one that's going to know, what to do to make it not happen, because I have no knowledge of this particular lifestyle. So I'm kind of just in a little rowboat, attached to a big ship, and, I'm just kind of yelling, I hope everything will be okay, for my little rowboat. But I'm there, and I'll get, you drag me along behind you, and I'll be there yelling supportive stuff. And I think it just hurts my heart that I can't do anything. But that's life sometimes. So now at 15 minutes in, and I don't know that I really accomplished anything other than maybe making myself feel better for Rand. Just to recap this mess. The Be That Person journey I've been on for a lot longer than this series has been to take a chill pill and roll with the punches. And I'm getting better at it. I'm also eating more, so maybe I'm supplementing other ways. But I'm trying to fix so much stuff about myself at once. And I have to give myself credit when I see some progress. So kudos to me for handling some of these latest boulders in the road a little better than I normally would. And that's about it. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope this made enough sense that we already knew I was crazy. So, just welcome. I hope this was a good ride for you. And I will talk to you guys later. All right?